Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Love Choice. This time, love distance. All the way from the beginning. Your name is Dan. As a kid, you lived in a small town where your father owned the only electrical repair shop. Back then, large TV in your town. Children who didn't have a big TV at home liked to gather at your house and watch cartoon on your dad's. One day, a new girl arrived. You could tell by her clothes that she was from the city. While everyone was happily watching TV, she sat alone next to the radio, listening to music. Later, you learned it was called classical music. Sorry, I'm just a peasant. She looked so pitiful, all alone. That's not nice. Hey, why don't you come over and watch cartoons with us? No, I prefer listening to this. Her eyes never left the radio. Yeah, you guys know what to expect. After the first one, it's gonna be a lot more interactions than text boxes. I'm Stan. What's your name? Grace. My name is Grace. He's smoother than me. Later you found out Grace's parents were teachers who had only just arrived in town. A few days earlier, they had moved into the house next to yours. It didn't take long for you and Grace to become good friends. You went to the same primary school. You walked to and from school together every day. There was a roasted sausage shop near the school, which was very popular with the students. You walked past this store every day, but Grace never seemed interested in the roast sausages. Oh, now moving the mouse. Just to let you guys know, we got to avoid being tempted by the juicy sausages. I bet they're delicious and tasty. No haggling. She wants the little piano. We saved the coin. We got it. Oh, poor pig. This is for you. Thank you. Thanks. It wasn't long before her parents bought her a real piano. Almost every day, she'd go home immediately after school to practice. After that, you rarely hung out with together. Even at weekends, you could hear the sound of the piano coming from the courtyard next door. We just miss her. As you listened, you pictured her face getting all excited whenever it came to the piano. At that time, you didn't know how to describe the feelings in your heart. It was kind of like a mixture of jealousy and yearning. Maybe because Grace found her passion, you also wanted to find yours. You started trying to fix small things after school. We have tons of junk. Your dad said, do whatever you like with it. Over time, you developed an interest in playing with these machines and electrical things. It felt especially good when you fixed something that was broken. In the last summer of elementary school, Grace suddenly called you and said a metronome was broken. We'll be going to junior high school soon. Well, we have only one junior high school in town. No worries, even if we're in different classes, we can still hang out sometimes. Yeah. It seems like something is stuck. Go get a screwdriver. Okay. Actually, yeah. Actually, I want to go to the music school in the city. You should go for it. I think she sabotaged the metronome on purpose. It worked. It's okay. You should go for it. You should. You really like playing piano, don't you? I've never seen you play your piano. Would you play it for me? Okay. Let's play together. I'll teach you. It's a song I play quite often. Maybe you've already memorized the melody. You play this one key, and I'll do the rest. You go first. Almost. As the last note faded, she softly kissed your face. You didn't have time to react, neither to her sudden move, nor the separation you were about to face. You used to take it for granted that you and Grace would always go to the same school and always be together. Of course, those were childish beliefs. In fact, the city was not so far from your town. But for children, the distance was enough to separate you from Grace completely. When you started junior high school, you and Grace got your own mobile phones. They were the only way you managed to keep in touch with each other. Let's see. When will you come back to the town? I'm not sure. Maybe next summer vacation? Have you heard about the novel called Triple Door? Everyone at school is reading it. The author is a high school student, just like us, a teenager. Nope, never heard of it. What do you think it will be like when we go to high school? I can't imagine. Have you heard Jay Cho's music? No. Is he good? He's great. His songs have their own style. They're quite unique. Oh, really? I'll give him a try. Yeah, try them and tell me which one you like best. Have you got the game Snake on your cell phone? Yeah, sure. What's your best score? Around 2000. How about you? About the same. A guy here said he got 20,000 points. Nah, I don't believe him. Will you come back to town this summer? I have to go to my hometown with my parents this summer. Sorry. School is so boring. Why does a future pianist like me have to learn physics? Yeah, why does a future engineer need to know the name of a king from 1,000 years ago? Ha, exactly. My dad started a small electronic factory to help a new household appliance manufacturer in town produce circuit boards. So I am learning how to design circuits now. It's quite interesting. So you're going to be an engineer. That's cool. You've done not bad as well. At least you're a musician. Hey, what do you mean by at least? My dad bought me a new computer a few days ago. We're playing Warcraft 3, I bet. All the boys in my class are playing it. Wow, I didn't think you'd have heard of Warcraft 3. But no, my dad asked me to try coding the microcontroller. You mean like a programmer? So you could make games for me, right? Not really. I'm not that kind of programmer. So what kind of programmer are you? Han Han's new book, Ride in Chang'an City, is out now. Did you read it? Not yet, no. Um, Read it upside down. Ha, that was dumb. Then why are you laughing? I'm laughing at you, dummy. I wonder if it said hello or something upside down. I'm not sure. Have you heard the radio show Love Q? Nope. It's really funny. Should give it a try. I'm sure it'll make you laugh. Is that funny? Yeah, it's hilarious. Okay then, I'll give it a shot. My dad is planning to move the electronics factory to the city. Oh, that's great. By the way, how long has it been since we last saw each other? I haven't been in a very good state recently. I don't feel like I'm making any progress when I'm practicing. So you want to give up? No way. You know I'll never give up. Exactly. I know that as well as you do. Just keep on trying. You'll be fine. Yeah, I think you're right. What have you been reading recently? I'm reading a book about TOEFL. What is TOEFL? It's an English test. Just to let everyone know, the game is based in China and they face Gaoko, which is a exam. And not everyone does TOEFL. It's mostly for going abroad. Oh, in the summer of your second year of high school, your family decided to move the factory office to the city. Of course, you were moving to the city with them. 5 years had passed, but the distance between you and Grace was finally getting smaller. It takes 3 hours to drive from the town to the city. It's not exactly a huge distance, but still, you hadn't seen each other for 5 years. What had stopped you from meeting up? Nothing. Actually, nothing. When you thought about it, you weren't sure what kind of relationship you had with Grace. Dan, wake up. We're nearly there. Your father's voice interrupted your daydream. You hadn't noticed, but there were now a lot more buildings outside the window. Oh, it's the Ferris wheel. The one behind Grace's window. You had arrived in the city where Grace lived. You wondered if you should ask her out right there and then. You should. There was a famous amusement park in the city. You thought a date at the amusement park might be a good idea. It only took a few days to realize that the city was ridiculously huge. It took 3 hours to drive from your town to the city, but it took nearly 2 hours from your new house to where Grace lived. In the last few days of the summer vacation, you finally went to the amusement park. On the phone or by text, you always had lots to discuss, but in person, you could never find anything to say. It was awkward and embarrassing. You walked side by side, keeping a distance like someone standing between you. You last met Grace 5 years ago. You didn't know how to handle your relationship with her. Maybe she was just as confused. While your brain was so occupied by this mess, the sun had slowly set. Both of you had to go home soon. One last ride? Ferris wheel before going home? Okay. Wow. They're way older now. Look at them. Yeah, teenagers. Actually, I didn't tell you this, but I'm going to be leaving soon. I'm going abroad to study music. I'll be leaving in a few days. In the small cabin, her voice was so clear. Go for it. I know that's your dream. That's a good thing to select, but I'm gonna show you what else you can do. You know, it was her dream, so it was impossible to say, I won't let you go, to her. But you did slowly put your hand on hers. She didn't pull away. Like that, you spent those final moments in silence. A few days later, Grace boarded a flight to another country. Just as before, you kept in touch with Grace over the internet and by phone. But now, not only distance stood between you, but time as well. Yeah, look at the difference in time. What time is it there? It's 10 p.m. and it's 2:30 here. Busy? Yeah, there's another school concert coming up. Take it easy. Just act like you did when you played piano with me. You'll be fine. Yeah, that's years ago. Hang on. It's been like 10 years since I played piano with you. Don't you think I've made any progress since then? Ha, so you recognize that you've been practicing and making progress, right? Just show them the results of all that effort and everything will be fine. Smarty pants. That was big brain. Thanks, I feel better now. Is your major in microelectronics fun? My course is called Digital Electronic Technology Foundation. Does that sound fun to you? So fun. Not really. Digital is probably the opposite of fun to me. Yeah, I wouldn't call it fun either. But I recently thought that if I could develop my own MCU in the future, that would be pretty cool. I don't know what that is. I don't really know what that means, but you should totally go for it. Yeah, I will. What else? I found some people here who listen to Love Q. I've joined the fan club here. There are loads of people in it. Yeah, they've got fans all over the world. It would be great if you could join us. It's almost 9 a.m. where you are. Don't you have piano practice today? Today is Thanksgiving. It's a holiday. Oh, I see. It's getting late where you are. You should go to sleep. Good night. But we don't want to go to sleep. And Thanksgiving isn't celebrated in every country. Has the debt crisis had any effect on you? Not really. I thought you weren't bothered about financial events. Not really, but everyone's talking about it here. It'll happen when it happens. There's nothing we can do about it right now. My biggest worry is my grades. Your postgraduate exam? Yeah, I need a better grade for an opportunity to do more research about microchips. Cheer up, engineer guy. You can do it. Thanks. Han Han is on the cover of Time magazine. Yeah, that guy don't look like a Hana. Best-selling author, double champion of the car field and rally races. He's so cool. Yeah, that is cool. I read all his books after you told me about Triple Door. Actually, I haven't read any of Han Han's books since that one. Oh, I didn't know. I'm wondering which country we're in. Still listening to Love Q? Yeah, but I still feel weird about it becoming an internet-only radio show. It's no real difference to me. Can't listen to it on the radio here anyway. Let's listen to the next episode together. Together? How? You can just download it and press play at the same time. Ah, you little genius. That's the only way. Man, that's so relatable. Especially during Corona. I'm sure I'm not the only one to have done it. Morning. Going to meet the professor today? Yeah, I hope I can leave a good impression because I'll have to work with him for 3 years. Good luck with that. Thanks. Love Q is back on the radio again. It's been 2 years. It's so cool to have it back on the radio again. Fans for it. Fans for it. There's a public concert. I've got a solo piece. Ooh, amazing. Don't worry, you can handle it. You're at the top of your school, right? Stay confident. Get through this, and you'll be a real pianist. You're right. I'm almost there. Yeah, almost there. It looks like the typhoon over there is really fierce. Are you okay? I'm sure I'll be fine if I stay at home. Just don't go outside. Ha, you sound exactly like my mom. Hey, I'm serious here. Don't be mad. I'm not mad. Under the influence of time and distance, your lives were going further and further apart. Four years had passed, and you and Grace were both about to graduate. For a long time, there had been an issue between you and Grace, though neither of you had mentioned it. Some problems were just never brought up, because there was no solution. But that call was different. I want to stay here after I've graduated and join the orchestra. I might not want to be coming back. This is the right choice to pick. But let's try this. The music you taught me before, I can play it by myself now. I wanted to surprise you when you came back. Is that not gonna happen? Your family is here. Don't you miss them? I know we don't see each other often. 10 years it's been. You and me together for 10 years. And this is the end? Maybe there's something about foreign countries you really love, but your roots are here. The amusement park is going to be demolished next year. They're going to build a mansion. Will I get a chance to ride that Ferris wheel with you one more time? I've still got the piano toy I gave you when we were kids. You don't need it anymore, right? I just realized they're both adults now. Are you still listening to the radio show Love Q? We said we'd be fans forever, remember? You want to give up on us like that? No, please come back. I need you here with me. I really want to stay here and keep working towards my dream. But I miss you a lot, and I do want to come home. I don't think I can do it. No, I'll come home after graduation. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. That's not a good idea. A few months later, Grace kept her promise and came back. Oh no, she gave up her dream. You started working in your father's factory. You haven't forgotten your dream of making your own chips. But it's not an easy goal to achieve. You're achieving your own goal while your partner gave up hers. Grace became a piano teacher at a music school, and everything is going well. Is it? But you never see that excited glow in her eyes that she used to get when talking about playing the piano. Of course, she made a decision that completely changed her life. She gave up her dream to be with you. We try so hard to fix things, but these situations aren't like machines. Some things just can't be repaired. Well, that's a sad way to end. You have to let go. I know it's not easy, but you have to. I'll let you go. But I'll miss you. Maybe you'll miss me too. But if we force ourselves to be together now, that will eventually become the reason we hate each other. So let's work towards our dreams. Trying to move the mouse on me. Let's break up. Oh. Maybe one day we'll be together again. Maybe not. I hope we won't regret this decision. You won't. I hope we can say goodbye with a smile. I hope we can meet again with a smile. I still love you. I do. Thank you for understanding, for making this hard decision for me. Thank you. That night you cried and you smiled. We talked a lot about each other's futures and dreams, about all your hopes and hard work. You and Grace said goodbye to each other and said goodbye to your youth. Don't give up on your dreams. After that, you and Grace worked hard to achieve your dreams. And over time, your dreams came true, one by one. Grace became a pianist, just like she always wanted. Her performance touched hearts and brought joy to countless people. you joined the university laboratory and started working with companies to develop electronic chips. The main task of the laboratory is the mass production and market application of your country's self-developed chips. You and Grace are still a world apart, but you still listen to the same radio show in different time zones. Sometimes you like each other's tweets. You and Grace haven't seen each other for a long time, but you think that when you meet again, there will be a smile on both your faces. I'm sure there will be. That was the true end. It has been an emotional ride, and I thank you for joining me on this adventure, and I hope we all learned a little something today, that you have to make really difficult decisions in life, and there will be many times you have to think not only about yourself, but about your partner or the other person it influences. And if you really do care about them, that you have to realize you have to let them go, because they have their own dreams and passions, just like we have our own dreams and passions. Thank you again for joining me on this emotional roller coaster, and I hope maybe I'll see you in the next emotional roller coaster we go on. Thank you again for joining. I appreciate it.